stage. I heard about the rapper that you claim was a mainstay. They had a nice run, but they never gonna maintain because they don't love it, 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 they don't love it.
As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening, but all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota. But tonight we kick off Week 13 with a great Thursday night matchup, as it'll be the Green Bay Packers taking on the Minnesota Vikings. So the Packer kickoff team set to go as they will kick this one away. Looking up into the roof, and he muffs it. It's loose. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Throwing on first down, Henry. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Now the Iowa State product, it's Kene Nwangu. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now. Looking to throw. Henry. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. So a big defensive play there on the opening drive, no less, as they make the interception and bring it back for the score.
And I think that's a signal for how this defense wants to play. They want to be disruptive, and you know they're going to take some chances.
Well, sometimes it can burn you, but right there, it paid off. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. Kene Nwangu now out of his end zone. Well, a dangerous return man showing it here. Kene Nwangu. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Minnesota. Now the extra point try forthcoming. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And just shutting him off there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A name Viking fans know well. It's the brother of Dalvin, James Cook. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down. Well, these two teams, they met in Lambeau earlier in the season with the Packers winning that ball game. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they get a sweep of the season series. From the 38 now, here's second down at 5. Here's Cook again. Solid move, but he's corralled just beyond the 40. This defense for the Vikings, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
And I think our statistician, we ended up having to bring the blue tent and put it around him for a while because he was developing a hand injury. from having to write down all the turnovers this team forced. 5, 6, 7, 8. Absolutely unbelievable. I hope they'll recover.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. It's a 7-yard gain and good enough to move the chains. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Now back to throw. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now how about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz. And the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
Backed up here. Tough spot. Needing 11 yards to pick up the first. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Going up top. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space. Couldn't uncover at the end of the route. And that one winds up incomplete.
They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 36. Back to Nwangu again on first down. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They go play action here on first down. That'll be complete to the running back, Nwangu. And he's brought down, but not before a gain of 13, down to the 13. 1st and 10 in the red zone. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, here's Nwangu. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu. That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Vikings have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one. But now playing here on Thursday night, do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you've got that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
He's going to wind up and air it out. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Hey, look at this defense for the Vikings. Well, they played extremely well last week in the win over Atlanta.
I lost count of the number of turnovers that were occurring in that game. Right? I mean, I had a clicker going after a while. 5, 6, 7, 8. It was unbelievable. There have been that many turnovers or takeaways, however you want to say, in the game since the Reagan administration. This is absolutely unreal.
I was in diapers. He's going to let it go again. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They certainly have the right read on that with the weak spot in a cover 2 defense. Right down the middle because it really stresses the safeties. And they're going to be a little bit frustrated they weren't able to connect on that one.
This punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence that they're going to put more points up on the board.
Off the play fake. Henry, he'll buy some time right. That's caught inside the 20. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. It's a gain of 35.
Let's go now.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Up the middle, Nwangu. And here he'll get it down to the 7.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. They'll look to run with Nwangu. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kene Nwangu on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Vikings have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Now they'll audible to something else. the play fake. He'll look to throw.
There's a ball deep from Musgrave.
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And we'll find the open man. That's complete.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on third down, and they keep the drive going.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
On second down, here's the option. And he will slide down with the first down for the moment, but a penalty flag on the field. All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
He did a fine job there not hitting it before the ball arrived. And I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
The intended target, T.J. Hawkinson.
And it's 3rd down.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down,
Henry. They'll check that down to Nwangu out of the backfield.
and he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. This is caught at the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Option play. Here's Cook.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Well, that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
They'll run with Cook. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A line of scrimmage, once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal.
In motion is Gray. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
Slipped 1 tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into.
Touchdown!
Danny Gray
with touchdown number 8 on the year.
And the Packers have got it back to within a score. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession in the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, they're trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On 1st and 10, Henry. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's more. Touchdown, Vikings!
Ronald Moore,
25 yards for the touchdown.
and the Vikings are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead now up to 14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, he's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year.
And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
To throw on second down, Henry. He'll get this to Nwangu. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
19 tight, 19 tight.
Back to throw. Henry. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hankinson. And the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Henry. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Setting up the screen for Cook. He's up to the 20 as he's all the way up to the 24-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. They'll look to throw here on first down. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done? And after that touchdown, we are just a PAT away from a tie game. And I know everyone's going to look at it and go, guess what? Tie game, all even. They just scored. If they kick this extra point and tie it, they're going to feel like they're the ones that are in control.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. Got his man, that's Luke Musgrave. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 1 now. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And complete, right side to Cook. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Second and 6. That'll be complete to Cook. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 19. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll set up a throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6. At the Vikings 15-yard line.
2nd and 6. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Dancing to his left. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
No surprise to see him running again here. It's something he's done throughout this season, and that run puts him over 500 yards on the ground for the year. He's got to be thinking to himself, if I'm already at 500, what's to stop me from going for 1,000?
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw. Toward the pylon, but it's incomplete.
Now we've got 3rd and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that auto park looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And it's a Packers touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Packers have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Well, after another passing touchdown, I don't think it'd be an understatement to say that he's in the zone, and I believe he likes it.
Point after here coming up. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Nwangu now from his end zone. And he's loose again. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. But Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there, their chance to score points. But the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. Looking to throw. Henry. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And those two just haven't been in sync thus far. They've done a nice job against him, but still, with his talent, you would expect them to have more completions to him in this game.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Now 2nd and 3.
Ready, go.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. It's Packer football here as they've got the lead as well to begin the 4th quarter. Here's 2nd and 3. He's going to try and take off with it. Oh, no, he lost the football. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Okay, ready.
In motion is Gray. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And now 2 yards to go on third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd. First down, here's the run with Cook. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
25 yards that time. Well, that'll help the old passing stats. Remember, it was a pop pass, so it's not a wide receiver run there, Charles.
Well, I like the way that you scored it, and that's exactly how it goes into the books. But remember, he's had success throwing the ball the standard way in this game. And here, this little tap pass, it goes for good yardage, a little something extra in his repertoire.
They'll give to Cook on the read option. They showed a little athletic juke, but then the daylight quickly closed. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over. Yeah, partner, they went a little conservative, didn't they? And they ended up marking it short. And now I wonder, will they even do it again on third down?
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. Oh, no, he lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
I know when you're looking at the scoreboard clock, we're getting near the end of this game, but they're running what was really called 4-minute offense, and that's practice, being taking care of the football, taking time off the clock, not giving them a chance to come back. But bottom line is, what did I say in the beginning? Taking care of the football. That didn't happen.
Didn't do it. A costly turnover.
Not a bad game there, and it's okay to still run the football in this situation, but you got to be careful to not take too much time off the clock.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
He's got his running back out of the backfield, and he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Back to throw. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. So the touchdown there, and that play, the tap pass, so simple, Charles, on the face of it, but what makes it so difficult for defenses to stop?
I think it's the precision and the quickness in which the play occurs, because the snap gets to the quarterback. He's essentially playing volleyball with it, just immediately just shoveling it forward. And when that receiver is at a full head of steam, if you don't take the edge away, he's got a chance to get to the corner and get upfield. But if you take the edge away, that's your chance to disrupt that play.
And no disruption there, that's for sure, as it winds up 6 points.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
They'll start by running the option to the right. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Here comes 2nd down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Back to throw.
Henry. Pass complete. It's Hockenson. And he'll get this up past the 45. It's a 1st down, but the tackle comes in bounds. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here this one.
It certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Packers, they continue to be one of the best teams around.